I got
Connected.
it.
Yes! Yes, 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 yes.
Finally. Yay. All
Oh
right.
my God, I never feel so much happiness in my life. I was like, I cannot disappoint my audience.
So
But
the
I'm pretty
problem
sure
was, I
everybody
think
understand, right? Thank you very much.
the, okay.
So Rosie,
All right, so
I know we
uh-huh.
we we actually started late, but it doesn't really matter because what you have to show us is not gonna take that long. So I'm very happy because of that. And
Okay.
I was telling the audience your extensive, experience as a nutritionist, and also you're a teacher from our community. I'm so happy that you accept my invitation to this new adventure, a live show. And I know this is going to be beneficial for everybody because we all going to learn from each other. And I know that when I invited you, you said that you wanted to cook something that you usually cook a lot in your house. And just take it from here. Girl, this is your show.
You're right. You're right. So thank you for inviting me, Belkis. And I'm going to make some baked plantains, the sweet type.
Ooh, the
So what
sweet
I
type.
have, the sweet type, yes. So I know a lot of people like to fry their plantains, and I'm going to bake them. I wanted a different alternative, a different choice, because I know frying them and eating them a lot is not healthy. So now I changed my diet and I changed it to baked. Okay, so I'm gonna
Oh,
make some baked sweet
yeah. So
plantains.
I know that us, our culture, we tend
Hmm.
to fry them. And
Right.
I love mine fried. I mean, I don't know why. I don't like them boiled. I don't like them baked. I always tend to fry them, and I always like it one time each month. Each
Oh,
month, at least I cut some and then I fry them. It's like I crave them. So I
it's like a
love
little
the
dessert.
plantain. Yeah, it's a very good dessert. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So let me tell you what ingredients you would need if you want to make this. Okay.
Yes.
So I have yellow plantain. Well, I know it looks dark in different spots. It's because it's ripe. It's
Yep.
the sweeter type.
The riper,
And
the better because it's
the
sweeter.
yes, if you like it sweet, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to use some seasoned salts on it. This is called Lori seasoned salt. It has salt, sugar, spices, garlic. It has paprika. Some people
And
just like to add plain salt or maybe just plain garlic, you know, or
so the
just
salt
cinnamon
is just to create that even flavor.
and more flavor to your
Yes.
plantains.
Yes.
Yes.
And I know that a lot of people in our culture too, they tend to use cinnamon
Oh
when
yeah.
they bake them. So it
Mm-hmm.
makes them more sweeter too.
Right, right. And healthier when you think about it, right?
Yep, yep, of course.
And also, I'm going to add some grapeseed oil. This grapeseed oil, I love to use it because it's so much better than olive oil. It has polyunsaturated fat, omega-6, vitamin E, and you can use it in high temperatures. So you can go as high as 420 without, smoking or burning in
Yeah,
your fry pan. Okay.
yeah. And the reason, we were mentioning earlier that some other oils sometimes when you heat it up, it changes the structure. But
Right.
the whole idea of oil that you bring that up is good because I wanted to later on give a little bit explanation of all of the different types of oil and fats because they're all different. So we're going to be having a little live show talking about different types of fat. Very important for us to know.
Yes. All right. So let's see if I can stand my phone here. That's the tricky part. All right. I'm going to have a bowl. Do you see my bowl? Do you see it?
Yep. No, no, I
No?
cannot see it. I know that we practiced before and then you have the camera and your laptop, so it's different. So,
Let's see.
yep,
Can you see it now?
a little
No.
bit. It's kind of twisted. I know it's hard when you don't have a stand. I have a stand, and that's why you can keep, be in front of the camera.
Yeah, it's really tricky. Let's see. Let's
And
see.
my daughter
I
said,
can do
"Let's
this.
go." Let's go, Rosie. You got this.
All right, can you see my bowl now?
Yes, I
Can you
can see the
it?
bowl. Yep.
Okay, great. So let me know if you can't see anything. All right. So you're gonna need a knife. You're going to need a teaspoon to measure the oil, and the bowl, and a spatula to mix. Okay?
Yep.
Got that? All right. So the first thing you want to do is take your plantain and peel it. I'm going to use this knife and cut it in the middle. All right. Let me know if you can't see anything, Belkis.
Yes, I can see it.
All right. And then I'm going to use this red cutting board in front of me. I'm going to cut this in slices.
Okay.
All right. You see that?
Point out your camera a little bit. Oh, well, no, I know. You're actually busy with your hands, but yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, we actually caught the green plantain like that too. So then when we fry them, we can smash them. So that's the exactly way we caught the green plantains as well.
Right. But you call those, what do you call them? It's another name for them.
Tostones.
Tostones. Yes. Yes.
Which I love tostones. Tostones
Me
is
too.
one of my favorite. I cannot live without them.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Hi,
add.
Victoria. Thank you for showing up into my show.
All right. I'm going to add it to the bowl. All right. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the seasoned salt, just a little bit for taste. And then I'm going to mix it up all together. All right. See that? Just like this.
And let me ask you this, Rosie, is that salt seasoning low in sodium by any chance?
The first ingredient is salt. So no,
well, it's just a regular. I was just wondering because I never use that type of salt. So maybe I should, give it a try.
Yeah, or use maybe paprika or turmeric, use this seasoning that you like.
I always use turmeric in all of my meals. So everybody that follows me on Instagram and Facebook, you can see I always share all the ingredients that I use for many of my recipes.
All right, so I'm going to add some grapeseed oil. I added 1 teaspoon. I'm going to add a little bit more, 1.5 teaspoons, I would say, of the grapeseed oil. And I'm going to mix that all together so it can, be all uniform. Yes. All right, and then I'm just going to add the plantain to my baking dish. Can you see that?
Yep.
So I'm using, the reason why it's white is because I'm using parchment paper. It's a non-stick version, or you can always use non-stick aluminum foil, or just plain foil. So I'm just gonna add this to my parchment paper. Put it all in there, spread it evenly, and then I'm going to bake this. I'm gonna bake it on maybe 410 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 to 7 minutes, and I'm going to check it to make sure the edges are nice and brown. As soon as it's nice and brown at the edges, I'm going to flip them. And then after I flip them, I'm going to place them back into the oven for another 5 to 7 minutes until it's nice and brown.
So the total time for the yellow,
I would say no more than 15 minutes, depending how high the temperature is and depending how you like it. I know my daughter, she likes it, she doesn't like it too brown, but I like it nice and, crispy.
Yes.
So after that, take it out of the oven. And of course, I prepared a dish ahead of time. And voila!
Ooh, we have nice.
Sweet plantains. Yes.
Let me see. Can you show it a little bit? Yeah, that way.
To the closer.
There you go. Okay.
Oops.
That was quick.
That was quick. Yes, it's a quick snack to make at home. I know I like to eat this with my meat, with even some dip like guacamole.
Oh, or guacamole.
Oh, I have a little guacamole that I made last night. So let me show you. I've
Okay.
some plantains, some guacamole, and voila.
Whoa,
Uh-huh.
voila. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Yes. So tasty.
Well, you know what? That will be one of my favorite recipe now that you show me that, because I always like easy to make recipes, especially when I'm in the run. I like to make things that are easy. So that will be one of my favorite right now. I will
Mhm.
add it to my recipes.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're going to try it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I know that you mentioned the oil. Now that it was really quick, the recipe.
Uh-huh.
And with regards to some of the chips that people sometimes wanted to use as an alternative for snacks. So I know that you mentioned this way of making this yellow plantain is healthier because you use the grape seed oil. And
Right.
can you tell us a little bit about the chips? Because I know you mentioned that your husband liked to buy the chips, the
Yeah.
yellow
So,
chip plantain.
yeah. So I don't have the bag with me right now.
Oh, my
Um,
friend says that you can also put them in the microwave with the
with the
skin.
skin on, right?
And that's for what? Just to preheat them or to make them, Alexandra? Maybe
Yeah. Let's
just
see.
to, I don't know, maybe just to pre-cook.
Yeah.
And Emily
Um,
says, haha, Lisa, you like me? Hi, Minerva. Thank you for joining us.
yeah.
All
So
right.
back to the chips.
Yes.
So the bag of chips, I believe it has 7 grams. No, was it 7 or 16 grams of fat per 7 chips, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you have 7 chips and you eat 7 chips, you're gonna eat 16 grams of fat.
Oh, fat.
So these plantains that I just made, I used about 4 grams of oil. I mean, 4 grams of fat. So 4 grams of fat in this whole dish, and I get at least 20 pieces. So
Mm-hmm.
that is well worth,
Yeah.
the content that you eat. It's healthier version. It has lots of vitamin A with
Yep.
plantains. You get lots of vitamin C and
Mm-hmm.
also potassium.
And
So it's
also
a great,
potassium.
great snack to have at home. I mean, in my house, we eat it daily. So
Wow.
I know. So we have to
So
go baked. We
that's
can't
part
go
of
fried.
your, yeah. And
Yeah.
the reason I bring up the chips is because a lot of people, again, they wanted to eat easy and healthy stuff, and sometimes they don't realize that the serving portion is an issue, because like
Right.
you said, if you have like the bag, I hope that you can have the bag around.
Uh,
We always have to we always have to read how much serving is whatever calories and grams of fat the bag actually has. And a lot of people, they don't look into that, and then they
right.
wondering why they gain weight, or why I have so much fat. And you have to always pay attention to the serving portion and the calories and etc. So
Right.
again, I will probably bring that up into the show just to
Mhm.
explain understanding the labels, because it's so important for us to just pay attention to those little things, especially if you have a concern with, your sugar, your salt intake, or anything that has to do with your health. So just for
Right.
you to know, we will probably have that here in the
Yeah, I
show.
think that's important to show the nutrition facts and help your viewers understand how to read them. That's really important.
Very
So I
important.
can't wait for that next session,
All right.
Belkis.
Next section, we're gonna have another guest, and
Okay.
I know this one, was our first one. I am sorry that we have so much difficulties, but next week I'll make sure that we will connect right away without any problems. I have my other friend is also a teacher, and she's a yoga instructor,
Oh,
and
wow.
she's gonna join us next week, and she's gonna talk to us about resilience, and also a little bit about yoga, why it's so important for us to stretch, do the proper stretch, and relax into so much stress that we're going through. So I think this show is going to be beneficial for all of us,
Right.
because
Especially
sometimes we
during this
forget
time.
about, like how much stress we carry, in our necks and our body. And, that's so important, as well as eating healthy. So that's the
Right.
reason I came out with this show, just to, a channel of, spreading, so much good and so much information about nutrition, health, fitness, and everything that has to do with our bodies. So very important for us to keep up with our health.
Right.
So
Okay.
I really
Exciting.
thank you for joining us and bringing that wonderful recipe. I'm going to try it, of course. I'm not going to fry again my fried plantains.
Please try it baked. It's
And
yummy. Let me tell
I
you.
have an air fryer too.
Oh,
So
even
imagine, I have
better.
an air fryer, so probably I can
Right.
use that too.
Of course, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, to join me. What's Cooking with Belkis? I'll see you all next week. I'm going to be sharing lots of recipe like I always do. And let's go. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.